Ooh. Hey everybody, it's super late, but I decided to go live anyway. Live after dark. Hello everyone. Let me go get a blanket. I'm a little bit on the cooler side. I'll be right back, but wait. Do you take rejection well? Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. Today is Friday, November 8th, 2024. It is 8:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is dark. As you can tell, it's really dark. You can see some stars. It's kind of beautiful. It's giving. Anyway, let me get a blanket. I'll be right back. I need to get a whole Snuggie. Do they make Snuggies still? Hello, I'm back. I need to buy a Snuggie. If I'm going to be out here going live in the dark, when it's chill outside, I need to start using a blanket. What's the name of this live? Let me see. I can even see what I titled the live. Anyway, y'all, so tonight live. Hello, Duo Edits. Duo Edits says, do you love Jesus Christ? I love myself and my children. So if that answers your question, I hope it does. I love those that love me and show me love every day. And I can actually see them, feel them, all that good stuff, and communicate with them. So I hope that answers your question, and I hope you're having a good night. Let's see. So today's live stream is about rejection. System error. Hello, Adam H. Hi, Adam H. Today's live stream is about rejection. Rejection is protection. A lot of times we can't handle rejection because it's like an insult, like it's like a slap in the face, or like you feel like, I don't know, it's like a heartbreak. When someone rejects you, it doesn't feel good. But over time you learn, hopefully you can learn, that rejection is protection. What is meant for you is meant for you. Adam H. My name is Zoe. Embracing Life. Hey girl. Embracing Life says good night, everyone. Embracing Life. I love when you say good night, everyone, because Jamaicans, to a Jamaican, good night is hello. Just it's night, and I'm saying hello. But to everybody, like not everybody, but some, I don't know how every other culture is, but for me in the American culture now, good night is like good nights. It's like the night is done. See ya. Bye. I'm going to sleep. That's what I love. I love about Jamaicans. Jamaicans say good night, and it's not saying good night, I'm going to bed. It's just hello. It's a greeting at night. Anyway, I'm Alif VR. Hello, yo. Adam H says, what is your name? You can call me Z. Call me ZZZ. So yeah, today's live is about, my children encouraged me to go live. I was like, y'all think it's too late? And my son was like, do it. He's my biggest cheerleader. And my daughter was like, I don't know. But then she's like, you know what? Yeah, you should do it. Go ahead. And I was like, I'm gonna have a candlelights. You know, it's gonna get the vibes. Yes, embracing life. It's so funny. It's funny. It's very unique to Jamaica. I don't know any other culture that does that though. I'm trying to think. Does the French do that? I know they say bun. What do they say again? I gotta ask my daughter how to say good night in French again. Hey Siri, how do you say good night in French? Bonne nuit, I think.
Bonne nuit.
Bonne nuit. I'm not good with my French, y'all. Anyways, whatever. I just know Jamaicans do that. It's really cute. Um, so yeah, today's live is about rejection is protection. So I didn't take rejection well. I took rejection as like a dagger to the heart, like, oh my God, how could you do this to me? How could you not want me? How could you reject me? But I had to realize over time that rejection is protection. When someone is rejecting you, you're being protected from something. You're being saved from something. Like, you got to take it as, you know what? It's not meant for me. This situation is not meant for me. This person is not meant for me. Don't take it as why me and try to wiggle your way into the situation that you're being rejected from. What's that saying? When one door closes, another one opens. Embracing life says, and how we say hush. I know, like, to anybody else, like, what do you mean hush? What are you hushing me for? I'm bawling my eyes out. You gonna tell me to hush? But it's not that kind of. It's just there. It's all right. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Luke Day says Trump loves all. If you think so, Luke, that's fine. Luke Day says Jesus loves all. If that's the way you think, Luke, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for whatever is making you feel safe with those thoughts. Okay. Um. So let's look. I'm big on definition, guys. I know that some words I try to give you guys a definition for, you know the definition of it, but it's good to be clear on meanings. So let's look up the word rejection. Let's look up the word rejection. What does rejection mean? Meaning. There's a thing called rejection therapy. I need to look into that. What is that? Rejection therapy. I'm gonna look up that next. So rejection, everyone, is according to the dictionary on Google from Oxford Languages, rejection is a noun. I can't talk tonight, you guys. The dismissing or refusing of a proposal, idea, etc. Example is the union decided last night to recommend rejection of the offer. Another meaning, the spurning of a person's affections. Some people are reluctant to try it because they feel rejection. What does it mean to reject someone? To refuse to accept, use, or believe something or someone. The school rejects a third of all applicants. So I want to shout out to all the men and all the people in the situations that rejected me. Shout out to you, because rejection has actually, that's how I've grown the most from being rejected. Having somebody say yes and giving into you all the time is not good for you. You do need to know what rejection feels like. You do need to realize that everything is not for you. Everything is not going to be for you. So when you get rejected, it's like a way to help you grow up. Embracing life says, I take rejection well physically, but not emotionally. Girl, I don't. Yeah. Yeah, I struggled with rejection. I mean, I used to cry just so emotional. Like, how could you do this to me? Anytime I was rejected by any situation, it felt like an insult to me. Like, I took it personal. Like, oh my goodness. Most of the time, it's not about you. It's about that person, that situation. It's just not meant for you. It took me, I'm about to get personal, but it took me a while. Oh my gosh, I hope he never hears this live. I hope he never finds this live stream. But it took me a long time to get over my ex, right? Because I was really in love with that man, right? So when he rejected me, I'm keeping it real. We all get rejected sometimes. When he didn't want to go on anymore with me, I was devastated. Devastated. You hear me? But then I had to realize, yo, the dude was never for me. From the beginning, he wasn't for me. And I was just trying to, like, make it work. And like we talked about in my live yesterday. Giving situations chances. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my thoughts together real quick. Yeah, talking about what we talked about yesterday, lowering your standards. So when I was rejected by my ex, let me give you an example. I had already lowered my standards down for this dude. You hear me? So when he rejected me, it was like a double situation. Like, girl, you it was like life telling me like you should have never lowered your standards for him. Now here he is rejecting you, and life had to humble me. Like, girl, I've been trying to tell you this man not for you. Now he had to really put it in your face that he don't want you. He don't want to move on with you. He don't want to. He's doing his own thing. You need to move on now. So it took me time to accept the rejection and realize that it was protection. You know what I'm saying? You got to see when somebody reject you as their loss. If you know that you're an amazing, awesome person, you have great qualities, you got to just be like, your loss. Somebody else will be okay with me. Another situation will be okay with me. I'm good enough. You are enough. So when you're rejected, don't see it as you're inadequate or something's wrong with you. See as that situation wasn't meant for me. Hi TWC Myers. Hi TWC Myers says, what happened to last night live stream? So listen, I don't know what happened. I was talking, all of a sudden it just knocked me off the live. Like, it completely took me out of the app. So not only did I come off the live, YouTube completely took me out the app. So by the time I logged back, I clicked back in, everything was gone. And then I realized the live was still going on. The live was still going on, and I couldn't get back in the live. So I know that it was repeating on loop or whatever at a certain point. I've seen other live streamers live do that. It kick you out. HSV 1887 says, nobody takes rejection well, but you can learn from it. I definitely agree. It's a hard lesson though. It's not like okay. In the beginning, rejection feels like a heart, like your heart is breaking. I don't know how you guys feel. The early days of rejection hurt me so bad. I took everything personal. My thin was so thin. Nowadays, rejection is like, thank you. It's almost like okay, because I've been through so much rejection that I'm not gonna say I'm immune to it, because sometimes it can sting. Even if you are okay with the rejection, it can sting a little bit. But in the beginning, people who didn't want to be my friend, it hurt me. A boy didn't want to be with me no more, it hurt me. My children didn't want to, hang with me or whatever. Any situation that I felt like I was trying to give to someone in a situation and they didn't want to receive it, it hurt me. But now I realize that my love, my heart, my everything is so valuable that I don't want to just give it out like that. So when you reject me, I'm like, oh, thank you for saving me. Thank you for saving me the trouble. You got to really thank people for rejecting you. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for rejecting me, because if you didn't reject me, I would never found this and that. I would never found myself. I would never found this other situation. There's so many people right now who are with the love of their lives after rejection. Sometimes a rejection can open up your eyes to see clear. I am number one says sometimes a lesson is a blessing. Definitely that, and that sounds great. A lesson is a blessing. I'm gonna pin your comment. I like that. HSV, I liked yours too. I should have pinned yours as well. I wish you could pin more than one comment, honestly. But it took me, I had to I don't know. I had to, what's the word I'm looking for? What is it when you're in like a fraternity or sorority, when you're trying to jump into it and they had to do that thing to you to make you, is it hazing? I'm probably using the wrong term, y'all, but basically all the rejection I received kind of like was a hazing, because of a lack of a better term, that toughened me up for to be the person I am now. So I just see rejection as a beautiful thing now instead of a bad thing. Like, I used to hold my breath when I used to even think, yes, it's hazing. Thank you, I am number one. I used to hold my breath when I even thought. I thought I pinned your comment. Okay, it is pinned. I used to hold my breath when I even thought a person was rejecting me, when I even thought that they were trying to tell me they didn't want to be with me, or they didn't want to be my friend, or it was going to work right. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I was just like, you know? If somebody rejects you, why trying to go on with this person whatsoever? No, you're right, it's just for you shouldn't. You should not. That's a good question. What I'm saying, that's how I was before. Because I was always looking for love. I always wanted to be accepted. I always wanted to feel a part of something. You know, due to my upbringing, I didn't have that. So I always was out looking for the wrong thing. So if children don't get the right kind of love and support and everything in their household, they're forever going to be searching for it outside of the home. So that's why I had a hard time with rejection, because I felt rejected by my own family and friends and people who I thought was supposed to love me. So that's why it hit me so hard. It's not because I just want to be thirsty and I want to look like a fool while the person rejecting me. No, who wants to throw themselves at somebody and the person don't want you? Like, let's really talk about it, guys. Who wants to throw themselves at somebody just to do it? I wanted to be loved. And sometimes you want to be loved so bad that you're willing to look like a fool. You know what I'm trying to say? Hey, Tricky. Tricky says facts. Okay, I'm about to sing Tricky's song. It's tricky to rock a rhyme, to rock a rhyme. That's right, on time. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky to rock a rhyme, to rock a rhyme. That's right, on time. It's tricky. There's certain people who I have a certain song for when you guys come in. It's you, Tricky, and Pumpkin King. I haven't seen him in a while. So if he comes in, I'll have a little song. So if you guys want... Anyway, I love to sing and be funny. But who wants to line up to be rejected? No one. You know, when you are putting yourself in a rejection space, I guess you're putting yourself out there. You're being vulnerable. So don't feel bad for being rejected. Just know that you have a heart and you just want to be loved, and you don't even be mad at the person that's rejecting you. Be like, okay, I respect that. I respect that. It's okay. Like I always say, there's millions of people on earth. Somebody will accept you. Somebody will love you. So just because Susie, Bobby, Hillary, Tommy, everybody rejected you doesn't mean Christina and Marianne and Jan and whoever else is not going to accept you. There's somebody for everybody. There's somebody for everybody. And sometimes good things takes time. Don't cheapen yourself. Wait for that situation that is right for you, that feels natural, that feels safe and doesn't feel forced. And I think sometimes we try to force situations and then we end up getting rejected. And the person's like, look, I don't even know why you're trying to force yourself onto me anyway. Like, you can't put a square into a circle type of thing. So rejection is protection. Sometimes there are people who are really abusive and they know in a way that they can't treat you right. So they reject you and you have to take it because you don't know what they had in store for you. You don't know what they had in store for you. So just be like, you know what? You rejected me and I'm going to take that. You don't want it, somebody else will. Clown World says, love will find you when you find love within yourself. I agree with that 100%, Clown World. You have to love yourself. Like, you'll always be looking for love if you don't love yourself first. You're always going to be out there looking, when the love you're supposed to be looking for is right within you. And that's real talk. So rejection toughens you up and prepare you for the world. So I Googled, why does rejection hurt so bad? Is that what I said? That's not what I said. Hold on. Why does rejection... Okay. Why does rejection hurt so much? Rejection hurts because it activates the same brain regions that are involved in physical pain. And from what I've learned, y'all, your brain cannot tell the difference between a physical pain, like you hurt your leg, versus someone hurt your feelings with their words. Your brain literally cannot tell the difference. So that's why it hurts so much. That's why it hurts so bad. What's that song by Whitney Houston? I can't sing like Whitney Houston, but I'm going to sing a little bit of her. How does it go? Why does it hurt so bad? Why do I feel so sad? I thought I was over you, but I keep crying when I don't love you. Why does it hurt so bad? Okay, I'm a little bit off key, y'all, but I love that song. You know I can't play songs on YouTube. I don't want to get copyright, so I sing instead of playing the music. But I like to sing anyway, so it don't take much. But I love that song. Whitney does it better, obviously. But anyway, rejection hurts because it activates the same brain regions that are involved in physical pain. Brain activity, when people experience rejection, the dorsal anterior cingulate cortex, DACC, and anterior insula regions of the brain become more active. These regions are also associated with physical pain. Pain response. Rejection triggers a pain response in the brain similar to the pain we feel when we stub our toe or hurt our back. Emotional pain. The pain of rejection is so similar to physical pain that taking like a pain reliever like Tylenol can reduce the reported pain and neutral pain signaling. Let me drink some water before I finish reading. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope all is well. Please like the live stream if you can. It helps my channel. Rejection can also hurt because it can feel like a challenge to our self-worth and sense of belonging. It can signal how important we place our social connections and aspirations. This is all from Google, you all. While most people recover from rejection quickly, chronic rejection can lead to depression, substance abuse, or suicide. However, understanding that rejection is a common human experience can help us process these feelings and find constructive ways to deal with them. Okay? Research has shown that rejection usually hurts so much. I already read that part. Wait, I don't think I read that part. Is it the same thing that I read? No. So let's read this one. It says, research has shown that rejection usually hurts so much because it activates parts of the brain that involves both pain, sensory, and emotional components. And rejection hurts because, excuse me, rejection hurts because it may tap into our fundamental need for acceptance and belonging. So it's don't feel bad if you feel hurt inside when somebody rejects you, but know that it's normal. You're not the only one going through that, and your brain just cannot tell the difference. Okay, your brain, honestly, your brain is just trying to protect you. At the end of the day, you gotta like really respect your brain, how it works, and know that you can repair hurt and pain. You can repair that. Don't think that you'll be hurt forever, you'll be sad forever. You can feel better after rejection. Does anybody want to share their rejection story? Was there a time that you really were rejected and it hurt you bad? Or maybe you were able to bounce back quickly? Okay, so let me read the article that is really basically what I'm talking about right now. So this article is from 2019. It's from NBCnews.com. It says, why getting better about being rejected can help you succeed in life. Rejection hurts because it creates an emotional wound. Here's how not to let it leave a scar. So let me show y'all what I'm reading. Okay, so you can look it up if you want. I'll try to remember to pin it, but I usually forget. Not pin it, but like, yeah. So this is the article I'm reading. Okay. Being excessively worried about rejection to the point that we do not do things that might benefit us can compromise the quality of our life. So this article is from March 20th, 2019 by Sarah D. Gialio. Getting the thin, I'm just can't even talk right now, y'all. Getting the thin instead of thick envelope from the college admissions office. Picked last for the kickball team. Being told, let's just be friends. Rejection hurts, no matter if it's the big kind, not getting that job that was right for you, or less significant, getting turned down by a Tinder match. Our feelings are hurt. Our self esteem takes a hit. And it unsettles our feeling of belonging, says Guy Winch, PhD. Psychologist and author of Emotional First Aid, Healing Rejection, Guilt, Failure, and Other Everyday Hurts. Sounds like a good book. I'm going to have to check it out. Even very mild rejection can really sting, he tells NBC News Better. But there are ways we can handle it so that the fear of rejection doesn't stop us from putting ourselves out there. Concern with rejection is perfectly normal, explains Mark R. Leary, PhD, professor of psychology and neuroscience at the Interdisciplinary Behavioral Research Center at Duke University, where he researches human emotions and social motivations. But being excessively worried about it to the point that we do not do things that might benefit us can compromise the quality of our life, Leary says. Rejection actually fires up a pain response in the brain. Leary defines rejection as when we perceive our rational value, how much others value their relationships with us, drops below some desired threshold. What makes the bite in rejection so particularly gnarly may be because it fires up some of the same pain signals in the brain that get involved when we stub our toe or throw out our back, Leary explains. Research, for example, in which functional MRI scans compared brain activity in people who'd experienced rejection with brain activity in people who, I feel like I'm doing, let me start over, y'all. Research, for example, in which functional MRI scans compared brain activity in people who'd experienced rejection with brain activity in people who'd experienced physical pain, found that many of the same regions of the brain lit up, and those regions had previously been linked to physical pain. Subsequent research found that the pain we feel from rejection is so akin to that we feel from physical pain that taking a pain medicine like Tylenol after experiencing rejection actually reduced how much pain people reported feeling, and brain scan showed neutral pain signaling was less than 2. So basically, y'all, if you have a heartache or a rejection, if you take like a pain pill, it actually will make you feel better. And I didn't know that. The pain we feel from rejection is part of what's helped humans survive. Psychologists suspect all of this hurt is likely a relic of our evolutionary past and something that's helped mankind survive for millennia. The physical pain you feel when you grab the handle of a pot of boiling water is a signal to tell you to let go, so don't continue to burn your hand. Similarly, the sting of rejection sends a signal that something is wrong in terms of your social well-being, Leary says. In prehistoric times, social rejection could have had dire consequences. When our prehistoric ancestors lived in small nomadic bands on the plains of Africa, being rejected from the clan would have been a death sentence, Leary explains. No one would have survived out there alone with just a sharp rock. Therefore, the people who were more likely to be sensitive to rejection and more likely to take it as a signal to change their behavior before being shunned would have been the ones who were more likely to survive and reproduce. So we exist today, thousands of years later, as descendants of those pre-human cool kids, the ones who were more successful at being valued and accepted, because the kids who didn't have anyone to eat lunch with wouldn't have made it. So even today, Leary says, rejection gets our attention and forces us to consider our social circumstances. It's the likely explanation as to why we tend to feel more stung by rejection even than by failure, Winch adds. Failure is very task specific. We don't complete a goal or achieve something, whereas there is an interpersonal dynamic of rejection, he says. Hey, Ashley W., welcome. I'm just reading this article about rejection. When it comes to better dealing with rejection, you're going to have to turn off autopilot mode. The problem is that we tend to face more opportunities to be rejected than ever before in human history, thanks to technology like social media and the internet. And even though there's still an interpersonal dynamic, most of the online and real life rejections most of us face today don't threaten our survival so much as they did thousands of years ago, Leary says. This is a long article, so I'm not gonna. Okay, but they gave some tips though. Um, the problem is that we tend to face more opportunities to be rejected than ever before in human history, thanks to technology. Thanks to technology like social media and the internet, but we're still wired to react as though they do. Our brains don't easily tell the difference between rejections that matter and those that don't unless we consciously think about it and override our automatic reactions, Leary says. So they're going to give some tips, y'all. It says you override that response by recognizing when the hurt you're feeling is rejection and better responding to the inevitable hurts we feel. It's up to us how we respond and how we handle it in our heads and in our actions, Winch explains. So taking these steps can help. Focus on what you do. Let me start over, y'all. So number one, focus on what you do bring to the table, because most rejection won't leave you doomed to survive alone in the wilderness. The natural rejection reaction to withdraw and not put ourselves out there again isn't an adaptive response, Wynn says. Instead, make efforts to revive self-esteem, focus on our positive qualities, and remember why our attributes might be appreciated by someone else in a different situation. All those things build resilience so you'll be better prepared to cope going ahead, he says. I'm going to read just what it says. I'm not going to read all the information. This is a lot. So the next one is ask yourself if it really matters or you really care. Number 3, remember, a lot of times rejection isn't personal. I got to read this one, y'all. Most of the rejections we face aren't personal, Winch says. You didn't get the job because someone else had previously known and worked with the team, not because you weren't good enough. Your friend didn't like your Instagram post because she didn't see it or didn't have a free finger to click that button. Sometimes rejection can be personal, Winch says, but a lot of times it's not. Y'all hear that? Choose to assume the best rather than the worst. Number 5, and do get back out there. I'm going to read the last one. The don't pay attention to what other people think lecture parents give when a kid doesn't get invited to the popular kids party in middle school doesn't really help, Winch says. Now you're not only feeling bad, you're now feeling like a major loser for feeling bad. Planning something else with friends goes much farther to reinforce you're not actually a loser, and you are part of your tribe. We need to reteach ourselves and those around us to get back out there after rejection, whether it's applying for other jobs or not taking a dating hiatus. Withdrawing doesn't help the overall goal, Winch says. Period, y'all. I'm going to try to remember to link this in my description of this live. It's a really good read, y'all. I recommend you read it. Okay? Why getting better about being rejected can help you succeed in life. Like I said before, and like the title of this live is, rejection is protection. Take it as okay, hey, one door closed, I'm going to go through another one. Like the article says, don't give up. Don't give up. Just keep putting yourself out there if you think you're ready to do that. You know, sometimes when you're rejected, it can be a hard blow, but take time to yourself. Get back out there. Take how much time you need. But like I said before, I am thankful for the rejections I've had. When I was being rejected at the time, I didn't see it as being thankful. I was upset. I was angry. I was so angry. But now I see it just wasn't meant for me. What is meant for me is meant for me. Can you guys do you guys agree with that? You know, and people love to, I don't know, when you're like throwing yourself at someone or a situation because they rejected you, it makes their ego just get boosted up. Like you giving them a big head to make them feel that they're more special than what they are. You know, like, oh, look at him, look at her graveling over me. Oh my gosh, she can't get over me. Oh, he can't. Oh, he's just so upset about that. Don't give people the satisfaction because you can't get over the situation. If you're gonna cry, cry in silence because some people just really get off on your pain. So try your best if you can to take rejection with stride and hold your head up high. Like, okay, that's fine. You know, with screaming and carrying on and crying and taking revenge is not gonna help you or the person. So, but I'm sure some of us has taken a rejection really bad before and we have learned from that. At least I hope we do. But Ashley W, how are you? So Ashley, if you're still in here, I didn't get a chance to talk to you about the movie. So Ashley, everybody, Ashley W recommended the movie Remember Me, and I did see the movie and it was really good. Like I said before, the ending was very sad, but he was such a good guy and just misunderstood. Some people might look at him like, oh, he's just this and that. And you know, that's why they say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. He's a sweet guy. He's a protector. The way he was so protective of his sister and the girl, and he just loved his family. And he just wanted love. And I love that about him. So it was a really nice movie. Thanks for recommending it, Ashley W. Ashley W says, when you give them attention after rejection, you validate them and what they did and invalidates your own worth. Take the rejection and let them live with their decision. Yes. What's that one song by Beyonce? Best thing you've never had? Like, you know, so, like, yeah. Thanks. You did me a favor by rejecting me. I'm not going to sing it, y'all, because I can't sing that song. But I'm going to read some of the lyrics to Beyonce's song called The Best Thing You Never Had. This candle smells so good, everybody. I wish you could smell it. The best. Come on now. Is my fingers just thing you never had? Lyrics. Okay. So Beyonce has a song called Best Thing I Never Had, right? And I'm gonna read a little bit of it to make it make sense what we're talking about. Come on, where's the lyrics at? It goes, what goes around comes around. Okay, so she says, there was a time I thought that you did everything right. No lies, no wrong, but I must have been out of my mind. So when I think of the time that I almost loved you, you showed your ASS, and I saw the real you. Thank God you blew it. Thank God Thank God I dodged the bullet. I'm so over you. So baby, good looking out. And then she goes on by saying, I wanted you so bad. No, she said, I wanted you bad. I'm so through with that. Because honestly, you turned out to be the best thing I never had. You turned out to be the best thing I never had, and I'm going to always be the best thing you never had. I bet it sucks to be you right now. Period, Beyonce. You lost out. So that's how you got to see rejection. You're lost. You're lost. Bye-bye. Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second. What are you doing? What's your brother doing? He's eating? Still? Oh, I'm so happy. I want to be that happy. I want to be that happy. Can I be happy like you? Can you give me some of your happiness?
I want to touch your cheek.
Thank you, baby. All right, I'm not going to. What is it? You have to, baby. You do. Are you gonna use the soft one yet? The silky one? Yeah. Okay. I'm back. So anybody who's in the live, if you want to, give me an experience that you've had with rejection, how you maybe have taken it bad, or maybe how you taken it well. Thank you, Ashley. I don't know what happened to Embracing Life. She just left me, but it's okay. I'm glad you're here, Ashley. Not many. You're the only one that's talking to me right now. But I get it. It's late. It's Friday. It's Friday. I'm just glad it's the weekend. I have a 3-day weekend. Oh, here she is. Hi, Embracing Life. I don't know. Is anybody else in the U.S.? Does anybody else celebrate Veterans Day? I don't necessarily celebrate it. It's more so I don't have to work that day. So I'm so. Ashley W says, nice, always love 3-day week. Yes, girl, I am so happy. But unfortunately, my children, they have to go to school. So sucks for them. Oh, Veterans Day is your birthday? Happy early birthday, Ashley. I'm going to try to. Ashley, you know what? I'm going to go live on your birthday. And I hope you're not going to be too busy to join in. But if you are, girl, I get it. Trust me. Don't waste your birthday on me, on my live. But if you come on my live on your birthday, I'm going to sing you happy birthday. I'm going to get my voice ready like me, 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 me. Do, re, mi, fa. Let me. But I'll give you my best happy birthday, Ashley. I'm going to get it ready, girl. Ashley W says, thank you. I probably will not be. No, I get it. Do not come on here. Live it up, girl. Have fun. Oh, you probably not be busy. Okay. Well, whatever you do that day, hope you have a great time. But honestly, I really hope you come if you can make one of my lives that day. I'm going to try to go live like twice that day because I don't have to work. Like, why not? I'm going to go live probably all day. While my children are at school, I'm going to have that live running, streaming in the daytime, not nighttime stuff. But going live at night isn't ideal, but you got to do what you have to do. Just call me, tell me, let's call it, I'm on night shift right now. You guys, look at the stars. Look at the stars. It's so beautiful. I just love it. I have always wanted to just be outside, not when it's cold though, and just lay down on the blanket and just look up at the stars. That's goals. Honestly, that's on my bucket list. It's on my bucket list to lay in the car or wherever, sunroof, some situation where I could lay down and just look at the stars. I see that people do that in the movies, and I just want to do that so bad one day. Ashley W says, if you are alive during the day, I'll probably make it, but evening I am going to dinner. Yes, go to dinner, girl. Go to dinner. Where are you gonna go eat at? You have a favorite restaurant or favorite kind of food? Michael S says busy. Hi, Michael S. Ashley W says, where you're from. I used to live in California and it was not that pretty to look at, but I live in Virginia now, and I can sit on my patio. Yeah, I'm on my patio and I'm in Ohio. Ashley W says, and look up at the stars and there are trees around. I love it. Yes, I love this. Look at it. I'm going to show you guys the other side. Look at the stars. Look at nature. You just got to respect it. Wait, you can't really see it, everybody? I'm going to try to zoom in. No, you guys cannot. I'm telling you, my point of view is not even giving it justice. You hear me? It's way prettier in person. I love it. I'm trying to get one of the stars in view. There's a star right here. There's a star right there. There's a star right there. I like, I'm all for the views, you all. Even if you're in the dark, I'm trying to give you a decent view. I'm trying to give you a show. Ashley W says, Ohio, no wonder it was so pretty outside where you're at. Yes. Michael S says, I'm from German. You mean Germany? So you're German? Okay, that's cool. Say something in German, Michael. Type something. How do you say hello in German? I believe that there's parts of my family that's from Germany, and I want to research it one day, but I haven't yet. Ashley W says, we cannot pick up the light from the sky on cam, but I bet it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm telling you, it's just beautiful. I love it. Just appreciate nature. Ashley W says, I'm just wondering what the scent of the candle is. Cannot walk past it. Okay, the scent is Juicy watermelon slice, and it smells so good. Let me smell it. I love it. I love it. I can't say it smells like juicy watermelon slice, but it just smells so good. Love it. It's a little tiny candle, but I love it. So good. If I'm gonna be doing late night lives, I might get some more candles just to, like, you know, switch it up. It smells really good. I love candles, but I don't appreciate them enough. Like, I had to give away so many candles when I moved last time because I was just basically collecting candles at that point. Just, I wasn't lighting them up. I wasn't appreciating it. So I was like, you know what? Buy one candle at a time. It doesn't make sense to have multiple candles if you're not going to light them. And I just don't like the idea of hoarding and just having too much junk and clutter. Like, it's hard enough when you have children. So I just try to keep it simple. I'm like, I would love to be like a true minimalist. I'm just like a wannabe minimalist. I'm trying. It's not easy. You know, we live in a consumer type of world. Buy this, buy that. Instant gratification. Here. You need more, more, more. And it's too much. Too many choices, too much. Like, I'm already indecisive to begin with. Just give me a couple choices. Let me see. Okay, so I did a poll and I asked, do you take rejection well? 65% of you said yes, you take rejection well, and 35% of you said no. And that's understandable. Whether you take rejection well or bad, it's understandable. You're human. If you were here for the article that I read, it makes sense. So give yourself grace if you don't take rejection well. You still have time to learn to take it better. Ashley W says, true, I like to have 2 to 3 at all times. But other than that, no thanks. It is hard to smell them now, though, but I still enjoy them. Yes, my favorite kind of candle scent, I would say, is vanilla. I love a vanilla. Something about vanilla. I'm trying to think. Embracing Life says, that's what I don't like about candles, Ashley. After a while, the scent goes. Yeah. Maybe I should research, like, the best, like, candles that last the longest. Longest lasting scented candles. Let me research it real quick, guys. Long lasting scented candles. Let's see which brand pop up. So according to Google, one of them is a maple butter large 3-wick candle. I don't know. Everybody's gonna tell you that their candles last better. But there's an article from Good Housekeeping and says 25 best smelling candles for luxurious home. These fragrances are long lasting, affordable, and made of the highest quality. I'm gonna show y'all some of them, okay? Since we're on the topic of candles. This is from Amazon. Bridgewater Candle Sweet Grace. I can't see the price. For all we know, these people were paid to say this. I don't know. Honestly, you just have to test it out. To me, the most expensive one better be the one that lasts the longest. Ashley W says, COVID messed up my nose up years ago. Oh, so did you had COVID and you like lost your sense of smell? Oh my gosh, Ashley, when I had COVID before and I lost my sense of smell, that was the most tragic part for me because I love to smell. And when I couldn't smell, it was almost like, are you serious right now? I felt like I was going to panic. I felt like I was going to have a panic attack because I'm like, what do you mean I can't smell? Because even when you're sick, sometimes, most regular sickness, you can smell a little bit. Well, with COVID, it like wipes out every kind of smell gland or whatever you have in your nose. I couldn't smell anything. Ashley W says, oh, nah, it's my nose. LOL. I had a parasomnia that was a side effect of having COVID. Okay. Embracing Life says, Google can't be trusted these days. They pushing the consumerism too. Yes, I'm telling you, Embracing Life. Girl, that's why I click off the article so fast because these people are paid and they're sponsored, so I can't really take them well. You have to be the judge of everything. You have to go to the store and like test it out. But to me, if I spend at least $10 on a candle, it better smell good. And to some people, $10 is cheap, but I don't care. If I spend my good $10 on a candle, it better smell good. Ashley W says it can be embraced. I still have my scent. My things begin began to smell funky, and it got worse and worse until everything I ate smelled like rotting meat, including my candles and shampoo. Oh my gosh. Are you feeling better now, Ashley W? Have you bounced back from that? Ashley W says it was that way for a little over 2 years for me before it started to go back to normal, and now my sense of smell is low. Oh no. Yeah, I definitely have heard from people that it's called, like, what is it called? Something long. Oh my gosh, I wish Kim at home was in here. But it's called something when you still have a problem from COVID. I think it's called the after side effects of COVID. I don't remember, y'all, but it's common that you still have problems long after COVID.
Oh, I see something. I see stuff.
What do you see?
I see the buildings.
Okay.
Because they have light.
Yeah, they have light, baby.
So it's not pitch.
It's not pitch black. Yeah. I never heard of parosomia. I can't pronounce today. Hey Siri, what is parosomia? I'm probably saying it wrong. Okay, so according to Siri, parasomnia, you know what? I can't spell. Clearly, Siri don't understand me right now. Let me give up. Maybe I'll wait for you to tell me that, girl, because I can't understand it. Embracing Life says, hope it gets better as more time goes by. Ashley W says, it was because COVID settled in my nose area, felt like a sinus infection, and it destroyed the neurons in my nose, so they could not communicate to my brain what I was smelling. That's crazy. Let me tell you though, Ashley, when I had COVID, it was like the worst type of sinus infection I ever had. It was just, yeah, I understand why that affected you, because I don't know what it is. I don't know why it was so affected your sinuses like that. But yeah, that's the only time my sinuses really bothered me, is when I had COVID. It was like constantly rubbing my nose and feeling like a like it was like air sockets. I can't explain it, you guys. I'm not good at explaining stuff like that, but it was horrible. COVID is no joke. You hear me? Like in the beginning, I was like, oh, I guess people are having it, but I haven't had it yet, so I'm fine. But 2 years into the pandemic, that's when I finally caught COVID, and I was devastated. I was in denial. I was like, man, I must have the flu. Like, I never had a flu like this. And I kid you not, everybody, I had every symptom of COVID except for one. I think the one where it was shortness of breath or something like that. One of the deadlier ones. I had every symptom except for one. I was down and out. I couldn't smell. I couldn't taste. It took a long time for the taste to come back. And even to this day, once in a blue, my taste bud will kind of like make it feel like I'm like a bitter taste on my tongue, almost like I ate like a bitter medicine. It's a weird after thing from COVID. I wish Kim was in the chat, because there's a term that I'm looking for that I can't think of it after COVID. Anyway, okay, so Ashley W says, well, Martin Swagger says MAGA. Good for you, Martin. Ashley W says it smelled like rotting meat or dog poo. I had to wear a swimmer's nose plug on my nose for 2 years in order to eat. Oh my goodness. Ashley W says, girl, that's almost like pregnancy when you have like food aversions. Whew. Pregnancy was no joke. Ashley W says it's different for everyone. It's crazy. It is, yeah. Some people are mild and some people are severe. And obviously, sadly, some people die from COVID. My condolences to anybody who lost somebody from COVID. It was brutal. It was brutal, man. And, allegedly people are still getting it. The last time I had COVID, I believe it was like early 2023. The first time I had COVID was, I believe, July of 2022. Yeah. And I couldn't believe it. It almost ruined my trip. I was supposed to go to Jamaica. And thankfully, I got better in time. But I almost ruined my trip. I was devastated. Like, no, why had that happened to me? But I had it early enough where it was able to get better and travel. But I wouldn't wish COVID on anybody. It's not nice. It's not nice. Like COVID is like nothing I've ever seen before. And I know there's worse illnesses out there, but it was brutal for me. Ashley W says, LOL, I looked up parosmia to get more specific definition, and it literally says it's caused by bacterial or viral infections, head trauma, neurological conditions, and COVID-19. It did not say that before. I never even heard of that term until you said something, girl. And to this day, right now, I can't even pronounce the word you're telling me right now. Parosmia. Okay, girl, I'm probably saying it wrong, but I think you did tell me how to say it earlier. Parosmia. Okay, I probably still said it wrong, but as long as you guys know what it means. Ashley W says the olfactory bulbs underneath the front of your brain receive signals from these neurons and give your brain a signal about the scent, whether it's pleasing, enticing, appetizing, or foul. Ashley W says these olfactory bulbs can be damaged, which can cause parasomnia. Yeah, I can't imagine. Like I said, I just lost my sense of smell. I didn't experience the rotten meat and raw meat, whatever thing. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to see what else would have affected me. But yeah, it took time. It took at least a week, I feel like, for me to get my smell back after when I had COVID. Ashley W says, I wish I lost smell. What do you mean you wish you lost smell? Maybe. Oh, okay. So you wish you could have smelled the meat. Yeah, I get it. Ashley W says that's all that affected me. I actually didn't realize I had COVID. I thought it was my normal sinus infection at this point. Yeah, because like I can relate to you. When I first had it, I was like, oh, it's just like a little cold, and I was like, oh no, this feels more like a flu. I was like, oh, I just had the flu. And when I took that COVID test and the thing turned so quick, it was like positive. And I took more than one test to make sure. I took the home test. And like I said, I had every symptom except for one. The body ache. I mean, I was so exhausted. Like I kept laying down, like to just to do the simplest thing. It took so much out of me. It took so much energy. And at the I'm a mom at the same time, so I'm trying to be a mom. I'm trying to be a worker. I was trying to be too much, and I couldn't do it. But I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm standing here. I'm glad that COVID rejected me and left me alone, okay? Like I said before, rejection is protection. So then I got COVID at least twice. And the second time I had it, it wasn't as bad as the first one because my body was already used to it. Like, oh, okay, we know what COVID is. Okay, we got it. So I still was down, but I wasn't out. The first time had me down bad. It was horrible. I was in the bed like almost 24 hours a day. I'm just glad my children were not in diapers at the time. So, Ashley W says, yeah, and did you know that you can smell through your mouth? Yeah. You can smell through your mouth? I'm not sure I knew that. You can smell through your mouth? You know what I don't like, though? When I can't stand when I'm trying to, like, say I'm passing by, like, a pile of dog poop, right? I'll cover my nose, try not to smell it, but when I feel like I'm breathing it into my mouth and I end up spitting it because I feel like I'm disgusted, I feel like low-key the smell is going to my mouth. And I think I did read that bad smells actually can go in your mouth or something like that. It's almost like you're swallowing the particles of the scent. I can't explain what I'm saying, but Ashley, I'm sure you know what I mean, girl. Ashley W says the second time I had it got worse. Wait, the second time I had it, I got it worse, and it was an actual takeout for me. I was on the couch for a month doing breathing treatments. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, I can't imagine. Ashley W says because it connects to the nose from the back of the throat. Ugh. F you, COVID. I'm glad you made it through, girl. I'm glad you're here to tell your story because so many people did not make it. And I know that they were talking about who were really affected by it, like who, when it came to like really not surviving was like the elderly, and people who were like overweight. And like I'm overweight, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not morbidly obese or anything like that, but I'm overweight. I'm average. I think I'm an average, whatever average American woman size is, that's what I am. So look up whatever the average American woman is, and that's what I am. And but that is overweight though. So I was worried, like, oh my gosh, I need to lose weight. COVID's coming for me. But apparently it was getting everybody. Ashley W says the scent is still going to the back of the throat and going up to the nose. And since I was wearing the swimmer nose clip that blocked the smell, strong scent still disgusted me when I put the food. Oh my goodness. Ashley W says in my mouth, so I had to stop eating those foods heavily seasoned sausages, olives, LOL. Aww. Ashley, I'm not sure if you answered me. What are you gonna eat for your birthday? What restaurant are you going to? If you don't mind me asking. Don't share whatever you feel comfortable sharing. I never want to pressure nobody because I don't want to be pressured to do anything, so I don't want to pressure you. Just curious of what you're doing for your birthday. And what number are you turning? What age? I know some women don't like to be asked that, but I'm a woman. You could ask me. I'm proud to be my age because so many people didn't make it to my age, and I'm thankful to be my age. I might be old to some and young to somebody else, but I'm here. Okay. What did Celie said in The Color Purple? I might be black and I might even be ugly, but I'm here. I'm here. Embracing Life says, Ashley, I can't imagine going through all of that. Yeah, that's a lot, girl. So Embracing Life, Kim at home, she also had COVID, and I wish she was in the live so she could talk about her experience. It was bad for her too. I didn't know her personally at the time, when she was going through that, but she talked about it on her channel about the after effects. Like, she is a term that she uses and I can't think of it. Is it like long-term COVID or something like that? Girl, something she said. But it really affected her. And I'm happy she's here to tell her story and share her story. Yeah, she had it bad. Ashley W says, there is not a lot around here, so I have not made my decision yet. May head up north to a steakhouse or may stay in the area and go for Mexican, but not a lot of good choices for Mexican. Ashley W says she is in the live. I see you, Embrace. No, I'm talking about Kim at home. Embracing Life, she's different from Kim at home. Kim at home is another YouTuber. Embracing Life, I don't think you ever had a COVID, right, girl? I don't think you ever had COVID. Yeah, long COVID. Yeah, long-term COVID. Yeah, I think it's long COVID. Yep. Ashley W said, okay, I thought you said Embrace. My bad. If I did, I made a mistake. Trust me. I talk so fast, I don't even know what I said. But I meant Kim at home if I didn't say it. She had COVID really bad, and it had her down and out. Like, yeah. I'm not trying to tell her story. That's why I wish she was in the live. Okay, a side effect for her, she said that she has long-term fatigue or something like that. So she gets tired easily because of COVID. So to this day, it affects her. Like, she'll get tired more easily than usual. And it sucks. COVID sucks. I don't know where they got it from, which lab or wherever the thing really came from, but I wish it never came because it affected a lot of people. Embracing Life says, the whole family had it and I didn't, even the baby. I was so surprised. We all got tested in quarantine though. Oh my God. Poor baby boy. Well, I'm glad you didn't have it, girl. Somebody had to be, you know what I'm saying? Somebody had to take care of somebody. Ashley W says, I had that for a few months. After the second COVID, I couldn't walk my dog. I would end up sitting down and call someone to pick me up. Yes, Ashley W. Fatigue hit me hard with COVID. Like, it's a fatigue like no other. It was worse than pregnancy fatigue. Ashley W says, couldn't imagine if it was years later, poor thing. Yeah, she said she had it for a while. So to this day, she's not the same. But you couldn't tell because she seems so strong. You know what I'm saying? Embracing Life says, LOL, I had to be the somebody to take care of everybody. Oh, poor you, girl. And you know what? And that's why I guess that's why you're the one who didn't get it, because, life was like, look, she's the only one that could take care of everybody. Unfortunately, you had to be the one to do it. Life is funny like that. Only the strong survive sometimes. But yeah, COVID was no joke, man. I'm thankful that my children were not diagnosed with it, but they have been sick before to the point where you questioned it. But to my knowledge, my children did not have COVID. You know, some people have the mild version, some people have the extreme. So, yeah. Ashley W says, LOL, we all needed someone like that. Definitely. Definitely. And that's why they said it's good to quarantine and wear a mask, because so you won't get it. So like there's plenty of people who said that they slept, I've heard people say they slept in the same bed as their spouse or whoever and they didn't get it. I would be too scared to sleep in a bed with somebody who has COVID. I mean, I know that's love, but even my children, I'm going to put on a mask because I don't want to give it to them and I don't want them to give it to me. Hold on, you all. I'll give you some money, some money. You trying to go somewhere? Probably is tired. Sometimes it's tiredness. Oh, you might be getting just some ice. It might be a star. I know, but sleep on it. And if it still bothers you tomorrow, then you just put some ice on it. Which one? Point to it. Yeah, that's probably a star. Just give it. Just let it sleep on it. And you need to practice taking a pain pill. Where's your brother at? I'm about to come off. I'm about to come off though. Huh? What you said? Goodness. But you need to learn though. I'll be back. I'll be out in a bit. I'll be inside. Right. Ashley W says, honestly, being in the same house, you are likely to get it, whether sleeping in the same bed or not. It is worth trying to stay away from each other. Yeah, I wore a mask when I had it, to the best of my ability. You know, it's hard with children. They always want to be in your face, especially my son. Ashley W says, we won't keep you from your kids. I go, no, girl, they not bothering with me. My daughter was just telling me she's going to do something. My son is on his eye. Look, it's Friday. It's the weekend. They don't care. But I am going to get off. What I'm saying is they are busy with their electronics. Once they have electronics, they don't care what mommy's doing. Embracing life said, yes, it's very hard to isolate in the same house, especially when multiple people have it. It is. It was so hard for me. Like, I was just like, please, I don't want them to get it. Please don't get sick. But I think my son had it first, and then he kind of trickled down to everybody because he got sick bad before I caught it. And then he recovered quickly. So he didn't have, like, the severe symptoms. But me, ugh, I was down, and out. I don't even know how I made it. To this day, I don't even know how I made it because I was so sick. I don't know how I managed to get them ready for school. I don't know how I managed to do anything, but I did it. Excuse me. Women and mothers, we are unstoppable. We rule the world. Who run the world, girls? Who run the world, girls? Who run this mother? Who run this mother? Hey, come on, Beyonce. Ashley W says, I have trauma where wearing a mask sent me into panic attacks, so I tried to just stay home during the COVID times. Girl, I'm done with that mask. I tried to wear it recently because I forgot what happened. I wanted to make sure I didn't get sick from my coworkers. Long story short, I have some acne on my cheek from this stupid mask. I don't care what nobody says. That mask, some type of reaction from it triggered some of my acne. I already got problems with it already with acne, and the mask just kind of like stimulated the oil buildup or whatever. And so I just, to this day, I'm still struggling with recovering from that mask that I was wearing recently. But I recently bought some salicylic acid or something, whatever the thing is called that helps with acne. I did get it. You know, to keep it real with you all, I suffer from hormonal acne. And it's horrible. If you know what if you experience hormonal acne, it's horrible, horrible, horrible. But apparently, I think salicylic acid is supposed to be good for that. Salicylic. I can't pronounce the word, man. Let me show you the word, you guys, because I can't pronounce it. This word right here, salicylic. Salicylic acid. Salicylic acid. I need Siri to tell me how to say it. Anyway, that word is good for acne. So I've been using these pads ever since last night, and I'm gonna wipe myself every night, wipe my face every night after I wash my face. Yeah, a lot of people don't like to wear the mask. Embracing life. Yeah, masks make me feel like I can't. Yeah, you can't breathe and you're so hot and sweaty. You just feel confused. And some people made fun of us for those of us who wore masks. People make fun of you. People look at you like you're weird for wearing a mask. And I know somebody I know him well, and he's like, the mask don't do anything. Why are you wearing a mask? And to this day, he's never worn a mask, and I don't think he's ever had COVID. And he works in a high risk job. You know what I'm saying? He works with the public and medical kind of field. And as far as I know, he never had COVID. And if he did have it, maybe he didn't have any symptoms. But I don't know. Ashley W says, yes, it's supposed to be a good for it. I can't either. Yeah, I don't think I ever want to wear a mask again. It is triggering. It is traumatizing, and it makes you feel, yeah, I don't like the feeling of like it took a while for me to get used to the mask situation in the beginning, and I'm sure everybody else had to get used to it. I never want to go back to that life again. I mean, that was a time that we all had to go through. I wouldn't want COVID again, but I wouldn't mind another lockdown where everybody had to stay inside. Sometimes people are just doing too much. Ashley W said, I worked at Walmart at the time COVID hit. People wore masks, then got to self-checkout, scan items with their hands, got to pay part, took mask off, and licked fingers when counting cash. Gross. Some people are just nasty. Some people are just nasty. Let me tell y'all. Anytime I go to the public restroom, in my opinion, only about, if it's 10 people that went to the bathroom, only, to me, in my opinion, about 2 people wash their hands properly. Most people don't wash their hands properly. People think they could just put some soap on their hand and rinse it off, and then they're done. Some people think they put the soap on their hand and rub it in their hand for 5 seconds, they're done. No, like, put the soap on your hand, rub it without no water, just to make sure your hand is wet. Yes, get some soap, rub it for at least 20 seconds. Say ABC, sing happy birthday, something. But some people just go in the bathroom like, and then they're gone. And these are the people who are cooking our food, everybody. These are the people that work in restaurants. They're cooking your food. They don't wash their hands. They're doing all kind of stuff. I don't even know how I managed to go to a restaurant sometimes, because if you really knew what people were doing in the restaurants and with your food, you would never eat out. Ashley W said, I wouldn't do that if COVID didn't exist. Cashed dirty, but after COVID, I was like, seriously? Some people are just nasty. Yamada Isaho says most people don't use soap. Yeah, you're right. I've seen people go into the bathroom and just walk out the bathroom like it's nothing. I've seen people go into the bathroom while I'm washing my hands still. They went to the bathroom, come out. They left the bathroom before me. Do you hear me? Make it make sense. That's why I don't trust most people. Like, they say you shouldn't eat from everybody. You cannot eat from everybody. Ashley W says, I work for In-N-Out Burger. They are super strict on hand washing. They have a timer usually set to remind people to wash their hands. And every time you leave your station, you have to wash to come back. I love it. Shout out to In-N-Out Burger. I can't eat nothing over there probably, but shout out to them. I'm telling you, if I ever owned a restaurant, they wouldn't like me. I'll be like, did you wash your hand? How you just touched your forehead? You just did this and that. They wouldn't like me. Like, honestly, I used to want to be a health inspector, y'all. But I feel like somebody probably put a hit out on me because I would be so strict. I'd be like, shut them down. Shut them down. They would not like me if I was a health inspector. I'm actually a vegan, actually. So, yeah, I'm beyond a vegetarian. I am a strict vegetarian. Definitely, girl, I always shut all these restaurants down. They wouldn't like me. They'll be like, look, you see that lady over here? I got some money for you. Take her out. Because they wouldn't like me. So it's like I wouldn't even want to put myself in that situation because I'm gonna be strict. I'm not gonna give you chances if you're being nasty and you're jeopardizing the public. There's so many nasty restaurants around here that get the dirty dish award or whatever else. Pure kind of roaches, food's not covered up, employees having sex in the freezer. All kind of stuff is going on in the restaurants. Ashley W says, ooh, okay, cause they do sell like a garden burger, everything but the meat. Ashley W says, but not vegan friendly. Girl, I understand. I'm used to it. I've learned as a vegan, you have to go full. Go to wherever you're going full, or bring a snack, or know the menu ahead of time and try to see if they could accommodate to you. You can't just show up as a vegan hungry because you might starve. I've been a vegan for a long time. I've been a vegan so long that when I was a vegan in the beginning, let me tell you, people didn't even know what vegan mean. I used to go to a restaurant and be like, do you guys have any vegan options? They would look at me like I had 6 heads. Vegan? We have bread, or we have gluten-free. For the longest time, people would confuse gluten-free with vegan. It's completely different. I actually like gluten. But yeah, back in the day when I was a vegan, it was unheard of to have vegan options. It was like, are you kidding me? Now more and more restaurants are hip to it. They're just jumping on the bandwagon with the trend. But I had to go through a lot with lack of options out there as a vegan. But I'm thankful for all the new vegans and the people who are trying to be vegan now. It's more options. Even if you just want to have like 1 week a day, not week a day, 1 day a week to not have any meat, I feel like it's cool to go meatless. Meatless Mondays, it's a thing. Ashley W says, oh my gosh, or OMG, I was going to Cosmo School and there was a place across the street, a small place we ate at for lunch. It was quick. I got a drink there and looked at the cap. There was a half roach on the under the lid. Oh my gosh. Ashley W says, power to you. It's tough to stick to that type of time. It's tough. It was very tough in the beginning, but now it's second nature to me. It's nothing to me no more. Let me tell you, Ashley girl, it's shut down now, but one time I went to this Indian restaurant. I went with 2 coworkers. We went on our lunch break. I'm enjoying my lunch. You hear me? I'm just tearing it up. I'm eating. I'm just having the greatest time. And then the person who was sitting next to me, he came back down to the table and he was just quiet. And I think he already told the other person I was sitting with. I was like, what's going on? Why are you not eating? And he was like, yeah, I went over there to get my food and there was a dead roach in the food. I could have threw up there if I could. I could have threw up at the table if I could. I was so disgusted, and he tried not to ruin it for me. And I don't even know if he told me he told me after the facts. And to this day, every time I see this certain coworker, I think about that roach. Like it traumatized me. So the restaurant has since been shut down. They're no longer in business. But yep, a roach was in the food, and he reported it. He was like, hey, whatever he said to the people. And I think they took the whole tray out or whatever. And I never went back, obviously. I was like, how could they? I mean, I used to love their food. Like, I used to love their Indian buffet, their South Indian buffet. And they ruined it for me. I mean, I still like Indian food now. I still will go to a buffet, but it makes me think differently now. Like, girl, make sure you're inspecting your food. I don't want to catch no roach in my food. Disgusting. Like, how do you even allow that to happen? Were you cooking with your eyes closed? What's going on? Ashley W says, just gonna sit there and watch you eat food from a roach infested food. Exactly. Because I'm the kind of friend, like, as soon as I see the roach, like, girl, put down your fork. Put down your food. There's a roach in here. I will be the biggest drama queen. And I think he was doing that to be discreet, to save face for the restaurant, or maybe they told him to not be loud about it. But he did report them, and good. Okay? I know roaches are part of the environment and the ecosystem, but I don't want it in my food. I don't want to eat roach. I don't. I didn't come to your restaurant to eat roach. It's not roach or us over here. Ashley W says, I had a McDonald's once years ago and I bit into my Big Mac, enjoying it. Then I bit again and there was something hard. I spit it out. It was a nail. Disgusting. I've heard all kind of stuff like that. I've heard of people saying they found rats and I cannot. Ashley W says, not a fake acrylic that popped off, an actual nail that just tore off. That's so nasty. That's like a lawsuit for me. Like, that's definitely grounds for being reported to the health department. Don't be afraid to report these people. They're trying to get you sick. They only care about money, not profit. So why should you care about them? But you all, it is very late. Shout out to you, Ashley W. Shout out to Embracing Life. And shout out to everybody who stepped into the chat tonight. I appreciate you guys' support. It is very late right now. It's Friday, so I don't really care. You guys don't worry about my children. They're good. Electronic City, and we spent time to each other earlier. They know that my YouTube channel is important to me, and they encourage me to go on live. So I appreciate their support. They're my biggest cheerleaders. So I will go live again tomorrow in the daytime. I don't plan on going live in the dark tomorrow because it's not as fun. It's not as cool. The scenery is not as good when it's in the darkness. And honestly, I don't like to hear all these sounds. I don't know if it's a squirrel, if it's a rabbit, a lion, a tiger, a bear. I don't know what's going on back here, but I can hear things. And I don't really like the feeling. Thankfully, I'm not on the bottom level, so you feel a little more comfortable. Ashley W says they had to refill our drinks behind the counter. They spit in my drink. My friend could see them from where that is so disgusting. Ashley W says she ran up and slapped the drink out of my hand when they handed it to me. And people do stuff like that. That's why I do like the fact that some restaurants allow you to do your own drink. You know what I'm trying to say? You just got to make sure that they are actually cleaning these make sure they're cleaning out the soda and drink receptacles, whatever you call them, good. But that's gross. That's why I love places like Chipotle and BB Bop. Any place that allows you to see what's going on. Yes, sometimes they go in the back to do certain things, but for the most part, I like the idea of seeing what they're doing, seeing what they're cooking, seeing how they're handling it. Instead of like everything is mystery in the back. I don't like that whole mystery idea. I'm turned off if the restaurant is completely secluded in the back and nobody can see what's going on over there. Like, what's going on back there? I need to know. Ashley W said, oh my MG, yeah, some places do not do it properly. Embracing Life said, oh my God, that's crazy. Ashley, glad you saw it though. That's disgusting. That's like assault. That is assault. And that person could get some time for that, I believe. You do not eat meat, but In-N-Out does all the cooking in front of you. The grills are lined up next to each other, and the fries are right there to see. Thank you for letting me. I might check out In-N-Out one day because I eat fries, and I'm not big. I'm a vegan, but I'm not like completely strict. We're like, oh, my fry touched that other fry that was in the other oil. Like, in the perfect world, I would eat everything perfectly, vegan and no cross contamination. But I know that things happen. But I don't go out of my way to eat meat. It's not my intention to. So I know that things happen. As long as you're not eating from yourself, as long as somebody else is serving your food, you really don't know what they're doing. You just gotta like hope and inspect your food and hope that everything is well. But I love fries, so I might check out In-N-Out fries. How are their fries, Ashley? And honestly, there are no In-N-Out burgers near me, I believe, in Ohio. I'm gonna Google it real quick before I get off. In and Out burger. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's none in Ohio. Oh, there is one. Hold on. Let me see their locations. I've heard of In-N-Out online and stuff like that, but I've never been. It's saying no results. 4, 3. Uh-oh, yeah, there's no In-N-Out burger next to me. And I wish they would do it as a list instead of like a map. It looks like, yeah. Yeah, there's none over here. And I'm fine with that. But if I ever see them, I might check them out. Ashley W says it's a West Coast thing. It's moving more east. Yeah, I know somebody that is from the West Coast. I don't know her personally, but she's a vlogger and she talks about In-N-Out Burger, In-N-Out Burger. So yeah, it makes sense. Ashley W says, but nothing is frozen at In-N-Out. The potatoes are cored and peeled in the back. They dice potatoes in front of everyone, right next to the fryers. Ashley W says the meat is delivered every couple of days and it sits in the refrigerator, but it's not frozen. Ashley W says it's a West Coast thing. I do not think it is in Ohio. Yeah, you're right. It's not. Ashley W says they are building a warehouse in Tennessee and will be out this way in a few years. That's really cool. If I ever pass by them when I'm traveling, road trip, whatever, I will check them out. I want to see what the fuss is about with their fries at least. I can't have anything else. And even my children, we're not really burger people like that. My son might be interested though, but he's a vegetarian, but he's always like open to other things. All right, I'm gonna look at my poll before I end it and get off the live. So I asked, do you take rejection well? 65% of you said yes. 35% of you said no. So shout out to you who take rejection well, and for those of you who said no, keep working at it. Keep working at it. Don't feel bad. You're just human if you don't take rejection well. Ashley says they do grilled cheeseburgers or veggie burgers. Okay, cool. Ashley says, okay. Good night. Love your lives. I'll check in tomorrow. Thank you so much. And remember, rejection is protection, everybody. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate your support. I hope to see you very soon. My plan is to go live tomorrow in the daytime, okay? Not in the nighttime. But if I go live at night, hey, welcome me. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Have a great weekend. And Ashley, I hope you have a great birthday on Monday. If I don't see you in my live or hear from you at all, it's fine. I hope you have a great birthday. See you, everybody.